All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode number 29 of Brat Said That. I am your host, Brat Jackson, with your co-producer, Child LGBT. The doggies are in the living room with the babe. We got so much to talk about. We got so much to cover. Right now, guys and girls, the San Francisco 49ers are taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Now, as you can see, the TV is right behind me. I was watching on the TV, but I had to change it because I don't want to get copywritten and this episode being taken off YouTube. But I do have a nice new tripod, which is great. A Nova Nose tripod. It works wonderful. See, I can move it. Actually, maybe I can't move it. See, I can move it. No. I can go this way. Oh, okay, excuse me. I gotta go back. It says don't like it. All right, well, let's do a few things first. Make sure I am live. Hide the drugs. No drugs. There you go. See, there. Okay, I am live. Now, we usually always start off in the squared circle. But we do need to talk about it because it just happened. Let me get off. Hello? Are we back on? I'm telling you, ever since we got these new neighbors, the internet connection has been shite. But we do need to talk about it. It just happened. Breaking news, everybody. In the AFC divisional round, we have a result. And that result is, if I can get to the sound. Come on, soundboard. That was weak. The Denver Broncos are moving on. Yes, the Denver Broncos defeated Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen, no, your destiny was this year. But the Broncos came back 33-30. Yes, the Broncos, the number one seed, are moving on to the AFC Championship game. What a game. Josh Allen and the Bills had it. They had it. But now they don't have it, and they are eliminated. And Brat Said That's pick is up in smoke. Guys, girls, boys, girls. It's okay, though, because I don't care who wins this Super Bowl. Cowboys are out. Chiefs are out. Steelers are out. Eagles are out. So it's okay. So good for Bo Nix, good for the Broncos. Come back. They came back to win. What can you say? But the Broncos move on, and Josh Allen has to wait another season to fulfill not only his destiny, but the Buffalo Bills. This is really annoying that this broadcast keeps saying poor connection. Okay? Get off the internet. Hey, aloha. Get off the internet, bro. It's probably not them. But, hey, we did talk about football. You know, we usually strand away from talking about anything but wrestling. So let's jump to talk about wrestling. SmackDown. Cody Rhodes, the American Nightmare, has declared himself for the Royal Rumble. And I think I have a little bit of announcement coming in maybe later in the show. But can Cody win the Rumble? 3 out of 4 years, and join Stone Cold as the only 3-time Rumble champion. What? I said joining Stone Cold as the only 3-time Royal Rumble champion. What? I'm not doing it again. I don't personally want to see Cody Rhodes win the Rumble. We've seen it twice. When he came back in 2020, was it 3? Great. Fantastic. 2024, beautiful. This year, we can go another direction, okay? So, SmackDown last night or in the morning, it was over in London, a little London. And hey, Kit Wilson is over. I mean, it might be in the UK, but, you know, he lost 1 week to Matt Cardona, and now he's coming out to a huge ovation. I mean, it might have been in the UK crowd, and he might have had hometown advantage, but, you know, that was gross. But hey, they're building up for a Saturday night's main event, Fatal 4-Way, to face Drew McIntyre at the Rumble. Let's be honest, the Saturday night's main event is in Montreal. So who's going to mostly win that? Sami Zayn. And what participants are left in that fatal four-way? Well, we got the Viper, Randy Orton, my favorite wrestler of all time, Trick Williams, whoop that trick, Damon Priest, and Sami Zayn. By the way, that Sami Zayn Ilya Dragunov match, I don't know. That was hard hitting. That was a brutal match between those two. Poor Matt Cardona came back already, and he's losing to Trick Williams. Priest defeated Solo, and Randy Orton defeated The Miz. Good SmackDown. You know, these overseas SmackDowns and Raws, like Raw on Monday is going to be in Dublin, right? Dublin. So that's going to be great to watch. And hold on, gotta move my mic. But yeah, Saturday night's main event is next week. We'll talk more about that when that happens. When is it? It's, let's see, Saturday night's main event. January 24th. You gotta do Randy Orton, Trick Williams, Damian Priest, Sami Zayn. Winner faces Drew at the Rumble. Let's be honest, Sami Zayn's gonna win this. And then you got Rhea and Io Sky as the defending women's tag team champions against Liv Morgan, Roxanne Perez. And then you got Cody Rhodes versus Jacob Fatu. So, really good. I can't wait for the Rumble. Last show we were talking about how it doesn't feel very rumbly. But, Triple H, I guess, realized, we gotta start talking about the Rumble. And now, Cody is the first entrant, or is the entrant first to announce his entry into the entrances. So we're going to talk all about the Rumble next week or a few weeks, because it's on the 31st, only the 17th. So we got some time. I don't think there's any other matches besides the women's, the men's, and that, the women's, the men's, and the Drew McIntyre, possibly Sami Zayn match. So we'll see. My thought of winning, I said Roman Reigns. Now, I would like it for Roman Reigns to... Listen, I'm going to actually lay out my Rumble, how I would book the Rumble. Now, I know you can see that on a lot of other YouTube channels, but hey, this is my YouTube channel, and this is what I'm going to do. So, one big rumor that is going around is WWE is signing Powerhouse Hobbs. Yes, AEW superstar decided he's not going to be all elite. He's going to come to the elite company. And he's going to, Powerhouse Hobbs would be a great addition. I heard a lot about Triple H getting criticism for not pushing African-American wrestlers. I think that's kind of weird to say. Because you look at like Owen Family, Trick Williams, Javon Evans. You got a whole clash of that. But... Powerhouse Hobbs would be a great addition. Maybe put him with the New Day. Now, I know, well, you got to put the African-Americans with African-Americans because he's a good Big E replacement. I wish he would come back. Man, I love Big E. But SmackDown was last night. Really good SmackDown. Rumors going around. Saturday night's main event next week. We're going to talk about that more. But we do have to talk about AEW. AEW made their debut on AMC, and let's just say it was horrible. Abysmal. I got abysmal. Capitalized. Lowest rating in Cage Match website history. I love Cage Match. I use Cage Match for everything. I don't know. It was not a good showing. They brought back Dixie Carter. She got booed out of the building. Mr. Elegance, not good. But, however, they do have a chance to prove themselves again tonight. Genesis is happening right now. We can look at what's going on right now for Genesis. I can give you a little results. I won't spoil it much. Not much has happened. I think the pre-show is still happening. So, the only thing I can tell you is in the pre-show, Stax retained against Eric Young, OBDE, and KJ Orso. And Tessa Blanchard defeated Indy Hartwell Yeah. So check it out. You know, it's a bad start for TNA on AMC, but there's it's only up from here, hopefully. AEW, we'll talk about AEW. The Rascals are all elite. All 4 members of the Rascals, Myron Reed, Desmond Xavier, Zachary Wentz, and Trey Miguel, have all signed multi-year contracts with All Elite Wrestling. I think they would fit in perfectly with AEW. I don't really follow the Rascals too much. But, yeah. Bubba's barking in the background and Mama's trying to keep him calm, but I don't know why. Maybe because he misses his buddy. But, yeah, so really that's it for wrestling right now. Nothing really major breaking news has happened. The Rumble is still being constructed in Saudi Arabia. Guys, girls, I can't math, but that seems like 14 days away. Gotta do something. Gotta get that Rumble construction ready to go. One thing that is ready to go next week, UFC 324, Gaethje versus Pimblett. We're going to give our predictions next week. This is kind of like, a show mostly for football, We're going to talk more about the divisional series, but I can't wait. Gaethje versus Pimblett. Unfortunately, the co-main event between Amanda Nunes and Kayla Harrison canceled, but we'll give our predictions next week. UFC is back. A 5-week break. I don't like it. I need my UFC. I'm going crazy over here. Somebody who you're not going to see in the UFC for a very long time, Muhammad Usman, suspended for over 2 years. Muhammad Usman, what did you do to get suspended for 2 years? Let's see. Muhammad Usman has been tested positive for the presence of testosterone. He's been issued a 2-year and 6-month ban. Ban will end April of 2028. So, wow, 2.5 years. That is a huge chunk off of somebody's career. I don't know how old he is. He's 36. He'll be, do the math, almost 40. So that might be the last time we see Muhammad Usman in the octagon. That is a tough. You usually don't see that kind of suspension, that much suspension. That much for a failed test, but, don't do illegal stuff, kids. But hey, speaking about UFC 324, the day before is due for boxing number 1. And Dana announced, I think these are the 3 fights on the main card. We got Julian Rodriguez, 24-1, versus Kane Sandoval, 17-0. Then we got Michael Rodriguez, I don't know if they're related, versus Austin Deanda, 17-0. And Caleb Walsh, the guy who is, Dana has been all about this kid since the beginning. He's focused him on Dana White's looking for a fight. He's facing Carlos Ascampo, 38-3, so this card is kind of built up for Caleb to win, move on to 16-0. I'm excited. I was thinking about maybe getting some press credentials because I think, it's going to be at the Apex, so why not, Let's build it up. I got 600 followers on Twitter. Let's get these followers up. 600. Very proud of myself. We are building this brand. So if you have not, I'm going to say it. Go over to YouTube, subscribe. I'm stuck at 17 subscribers. That's nothing. 600 on Twitter, 17 on YouTube. Go to YouTube. Brat Said That Tube. Brat Said That Tube. So, we'll see. I'm going to definitely get more press credentials. I'm going to start doing that. I'm talking to a bare knuckle fighter who's fighting in the BKFC in a few months, about doing an interview with him. Really, really cool guy. I will announce that soon. But like we talked about at the top of the show, it's going to take a big chunk. This is going to be the chunk of the show. We talked about Denver moving on. They are going to go into the AFC Championship. And right now, the Seattle Seahawks are facing the 49ers. I had the game on. Where did the game go? And guys, like I said this before last week, these things are really annoying. Because to watch one game, you have to have Paramount Plus. To watch the other game, you have to have YouTube TV. To watch the other game, you have to have HBO Max. The other game, you have to have a Blockbuster account. Other game, you got to have a library card. This game, you got to have your birth certificate, social security card, and your mother's maiden name. Too much, man. Back in the day, these things would air on Fox, ABC, NBC, or CBS. We all have those. Now these things are airing on things, like, listen. I know it hasn't happened, but if it ever happens, the Raiders, as a Raider fan living in the Las Vegas area, we should be able to access that playoff game, which I know playoff and Raiders is kind of like an oxymoron, but we should be able to watch the game without having a subscription. Come on. Enough is enough. But right now it's on a commercial. This is real time updates for Brat Said That on the Seattle and San Francisco game. Tomorrow, Rams and the Bears versus, and then Houston versus New England. So, winner of New England and Houston will face off against the Broncos. And we'll see about the NFC. One thing I do want to talk about in the NFC. The New York Football Giants have a new head coach. Yes, the carousel coaches is continuing. And John Harbaugh. Breaking news, everybody. 10-0 Seattle. I picked the 49ers to win the NFC and the Bills to win the AFC. That's why I told you guys, never pick what I say, always pick the opposites. But John Harbaugh is the new head coach for the New York Giants. Really, really good get for the Giants. So, good for them. They need something. They have been bad for so long. So, there you go. One thing I want to do too, we're going to do a new segment, everybody. We're going to do a new segment. And that segment is... What was that? Hold on, my phone's ringing. Hold on. Hello? Yes, that's right. We're going back in time. We are going to talk about Today in Sports. Yes, that is a old-timey phone from the old-timey days that my dad left us. Hello? So, let's get that. Let's do that ring again. I like that ring. Ready? Hello? Oh, you want me to say that on my show? Okay. All right. Goodbye. All right, guys. I have just been told we're going back in time to 1971. That is right. This day in 1971, Super Bowl V. Yeah, Super Bowl V in the Miami Orange Bowl in Miami, Florida. The Baltimore Colts, not the Indianapolis Colts, the Baltimore Colts defeated the Dallas Cowboys 16-13. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Brat, why do you care? Why do we care? That happened in 1971. Well, because that is the only time since, and only time ever, that the player on the losing team won the MVP. So, a little fun Brat fact. Okay? By the way, little fun Brat fact I'll tell you. Do you know why on old rotary phones that You see how it's 1, 2, and 3? You know why major cities have a area code or what is the zip code? Area code that's 123 321 333 231 321? Because it was much faster to dial on the rotary phones. So, just a little fun fact of that. We're having fun, guys. This is kind of like the show where, like, you know, I got flip-flops on. I don't have a hat on. We're having fun. Nobody's in here anyway. It's just you and I. We're just talking. MLB news. We got some big MLB news. Once again, another superstar player has signed to the Los Angeles Dodgers. Kyle Tucker has signed with the Dodgers. I think all these players signing with the Dodgers isn't fair, but hey, this is a kid who lived through the 1990s Yankees. Actually, I shouldn't say that because it's not like they signed all-stars and stuff. It was a homegrown team. But, you know, a lot of players are like, you know, oh, I'm going to sign with the Dodgers, go three-peat, which, you know, it's not fair. But, whatever. Whatever, guys. But Bo Bichette left the Toronto Blue Jays, has signed with the New York Mets. So, good for him. I think he'll do great in New York. He did great in Toronto, so he's got a big future ahead of him. And then, speaking about somebody whose future is done, he retired, but he said, I'm going to play for Team USA in the 2026 World Baseball Classic. Clayton Kershaw is going to pitch for the Team USA. So, legendary player, Hall of Famer. Now, as I am speaking, Seattle, breaking news, Seattle just scored again, 17-0. That is right, 17-0. And actually, you know what? I'm going to announce this, guys, because I'm having a really fun time doing this. Since the Rumble is in Saudi Arabia, and it's going to air extremely early out here on the West Coast. Okay? I don't think I'm going to have any Rumble parties. Just probably going to be me and the dogs. I think we're going to do a watch-along. I think that would be so fun. We'll do a watch-along. We'll watch the men's Rumble together. Come back and watch a women's or vice versa. I think that would be fun. So that would be our first watch along together. When the Rumble happens, it'll just be like this, me and you talking, da-da-da-da-da. Oh, look, it's Cody Rhodes. Oh, da-da-da-da-da. Oh, look, it's Obafemi. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh, look, it's Brock Lesnar. You know, da-da. We're going to have a fun Rumble together. So here's the thing. Maybe I might do this. I'm not saying I'm making money off of this, but if I ever get to the point where I make money off of this, we can do maybe 2027 if this takes off by then. We'll all pick a number, and if your number wins, you know, you win like a gift, an award. But this year, I'm not making money. Only got 17 subscribers. Subway sounds really good. $5 footlongs. But yeah, so we'll do that. We'll do that because babe, she's got plans that day. I think she's going to take the dog somewhere. So this is going to be me and you. So come by, we'll hang out, and we'll watch the Rumble together. What am I talking about? Rumble, football, we talked about baseball. Yeah, so, I mean, tomorrow we got the Rams and the Bears, Houston, New England. Seattle's looking like 17-0 on the way to a victory. But it's still a very early game. Rams, Chicago. Like I said, man, I don't really care. I don't really care who wins. Now, if this is 2016, like everybody's talking about, like, 2016. No, I would not want the Patriots to go to the Super Bowl, you know? So, but it's not. It's 2026. Patriots have a whole new franchise. So, I want to, you know, I want to see new champions, but Houston has no wins. New England's won 30. Chicago won a few in the 80s. Rams won 99 and 2001. Denver won in the 90s. Seattle won during, you know, so really Houston's the only team that you can really be like, hey, new champions who never won the Super Bowl. I doubt they won as the Oilers, but speaking about a team that's not going to win anything soon, Dallas Mavericks are struggling once again. Anthony Davis is hurt once again. I sound like a broken clock. He's hurt, and now our franchise, the young boy, the future Cooper Flag, has been out for a few days. So, again, with the struggles, we can look at the records. We haven't looked at the NBA records in a while. So let's do that. Not NBA records, NBA standings. Records are completely different. I mean, look at the Celtics. Celtics coming back, second seed over the Knicks. Pistons still holding down the first seed. Raptors, Magic, Cavaliers, 76ers. Pacers and the Wizards. And then the Western Conference, Thunder and Spurs. Thunder won 5 in a row. Could very likely repeat. Mavericks sitting at the 12th seed. The Pelicans, what a dumb name for a sports franchise. And don't get me wrong, I like Zion Williams. But Pelicans, are there even Pelicans in New Orleans? Clippers, Rock, the NBA All-Star Game is going to be coming in a few weeks. We'll talk more about that as that happens. But we can look at the NBA power rankings. Thunder, Pistons, Timberwolves. The Timberwolves are number 3. Spurs, Suns, Knicks, and Nuggets. That was 5 days ago, so it might have changed a little bit. But, yeah, the NBA, see, like I said, the last few months, during the whole season, I mean, it's just all mushes together, But let's check up on the game. 17-0, Seattle. So, NHL news, nothing really essential happened in NHL. We'll look at the standings. Lightning, once again, on top of the Atlantic Division. Tied with the Red Wings. Oh, R's and W's. That was a good one. 62 points. Hurricanes, 62 points. Islanders, 57. My Penguins, 54. And, yeah. Oh, the Blue Jackets. We talked so much about the Blue Jackets. They are 3-game win streak. I'm telling you, ever since I talked bad about these teams, they turn it around. The Rangers. The Rangers, 21-20. On the bottom of the Metropolitan Division. Ouch. Ouch. Not good for the New York Rangers. The Avalanche sitting on top, 74 points. Wow, looking good, looking good. Lost 2 in a row. The Golden Knights. Golden Knights, 58 points, 23-11. 6-game win streak. The Blues are doing good too. What's the other team I don't like? The Sabres. 57 points in the middle of the Atlantic Division. Now listen, I know we don't talk much about hockey on this show, or, we love basketball. We'll talk more about hockey during the playoffs. I love when it's hockey playoffs, basketball playoffs. I just love the playoffs. And let's see what's going on here. Are they going to score again? Is this a repeat of the last? Uh-oh. I don't know if Seattle just scored again or if they're showing a replay. Now, if it's 24-0 already, oh, yeah, the DC for the 49ers is pissed. He's yelling. He is yelling. I can't tell. 49ers, he is pissed. No, they just showed a replay. So, still 17-0. But, yeah. NHL, NCAA, we got to talk about this. Let's just, I know I don't want to get copywritten, but I want to just hear it one more time. We'll just hear it one time today. I don't know if it's the same song, but, oh, it is. Ready? Hold on. Loading it up. Ready? Fernando Mendoza has taken Indiana to the NCAA Championship versus Miami. It's set. It's happening. I am excited. We'll probably be back on Tuesday to talk about everything that's happened when we get off. But, yeah, Fernando taking Indiana to the NCAA Championship for their first championship. Hopefully win. Miami looking to stop that. We did look at, NCAA basketball, but, listen, when March Madness happens, we're going to talk all about that. This is the first season of my show. We did the MLB playoffs. We did the World Series. We're doing the NHL playoffs. We haven't done the Rumble yet. We didn't have any really big pay-per-views happening, besides like Survivor Series. But we're going to do a lot more stuff, guys and girls. I am excited about the future. But I think we're going to kind of stop in a second. I do want to talk about a little bit miscellaneous. Now, as you know, I am a huge movie guy. Last year and the year before that, didn't really watch a lot of movies. So I made a promise to myself, hey, Jiggles, let's watch a little bit more movies this year. So one movie that came out yesterday, The Rip, with Ben Affleck, Batman, and Matt Damon, Will Hunting. I loved it. I loved it. Okay? It's one of those awesome action movies. One of the who's the good guys, who's the bad guys, who's lying. They set up all the clues. You got to figure out the clues and look at, and then you think one thing's happening, and then they cut back, and you see them, like, not happening the same way you thought it happened. Love it. Ben Affleck, what a stud. Matt Damon, what a stud. Yeah, Netflix, I love when these shows are, because I don't go to the movie theaters. I don't want to spend $87 for a box of popcorn and $34 for a Coke Zero, and then M&Ms that are like they sell you boxes of M&Ms, and then you open the box of M&Ms, and it's a bag of M&Ms. Well, it makes sense. Make it make sense. But The Rip, I give it 2 little thumbs up. I think that movie was fantastic. Now, I need to maybe make a segment out of this, maybe like Brat's movie review, but that's too close to somebody else's movie review. So figure it out. Brat at the cinema, or Cinebrat, or I don't know, Cinnabon. Oh, that sounds good. No, not like that. But we can talk a little bit more. I don't know. There's nobody on here. I do want to say one thing personalized. One of my best friends' birthday's today, so shout out to her. Happy birthday, KNS, my girl. Heartbroken because I've been watching videos of Long Island and the Broadway Mall, and the food court where we met in 2008 is all shut down. We met in front of that Subway, and it's shut down. So, breaks my heart to see that. Times are changing in the world. It's just not, one thing I did not talk about. Go back. Lamar Odom. We all remember Lamar Odom. Seems to have more of the off the field than he ever did have on the field. He was arrested in Vegas on DUI charges and traffic violations. I don't know where in Vegas, but sounds about right. And this is going to be a short show just to kind of get it out of the way. Not much other to talk about. So, to do a little recap, SmackDown happened. Cody Rhodes said he's going to go into the Rumble match. Does he go 3 out of 4 years? We'll see. Kit Wilson's getting over like crazy. Orton, Williams, Priest, and Zayn will face off at Saturday Night's main event. Winner will face Drew at the Rumble. Powerhouse Hobbs going into possibly WWE. TNA on AMC was abysmal. But tonight, check out Genesis. That's happening right now. The Rascals are all elite. All 4 members. Next week, UFC 324. Gaethje versus Pimblett. We'll give our predictions next week. Muhammad Usman suspended for 2 years. Zuffa Boxing 1 main card is set. The wild card, the divisional round. Let me fix that. Divisional round. Denver moves on. And right now, the 49ers are getting their Tuckus kicks by Seattle. Tomorrow, Rams, Chicago, Houston, New England. I won't be here. I got to do that dreaded thing called work. Work. Let me tell you something about that. So I've been trying to apply for other jobs. And I'll be honest, some of them were like, let's have a radio interview. We're going to ask you this question, and then you're going to record your answer. So, your buddy. I went to Challenge LGBT, what do you do in this situation? What do you do? And I'm like, what's the best answer to put for this situation? And Challenge LGBT gave me like a paragraph, and I recorded it, and I said it, like, how do you feel? Likely, very likely, not likely, or, so it's like, I got help doing these interviews. We're gonna go with some other candidates. It's like, what do you want? What do you want? But anyway, Rams, Chicago, Houston, New England. We will talk about that probably Tuesday, because Monday I'm off. I kind of want to relax, watch Raw, watch the Fernando. We did a fun little segment on this date, 1971, Super Bowl V, MLB, the signings, Clayton Kershaw, Mavericks struggles, Lamar Odom arrested, NHL. We looked at the standings. We are watching the game right now, Seattle versus 49ers. We're going to see the Indiana versus Miami, and we talked about the RIP. I don't really know what else to talk about today. It was just a fun little day. So, guys, I'm going to hop off right here. If you haven't checked it out, go check out SWA website. They posted their Snow Brawl last night. Snow Brawl is our version of the Rumble. I've been in a few. Shout out to Irish. Me boy Irish won it, and he won the SWA Pride Championship. So proud of him and proud of everybody that wrestled yesterday for SWA. My family, even if I am 3,000 miles away. So guys, that is it. I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna hang out with the dogs. I'm also gonna start doing like filming like shorts. I've talked to this guy. His name is John Breakspan News. Awesome guy. He wrestled yesterday at SWA. He said do shorts. So say like I'm sitting there on a couch and we have a breaking news. I'll do a quick video like, hey, breaking news, this, and this. So the future of Brat Said That is taking off. But right now, guys, I'm going to go hang out with the dogs and the babe. Maybe have some dinner. Definitely drink a Coke Zero. My throat is killing me. So, if anybody wants to say anything. But yeah, Rumble. We're going to have a watch along. So, come watch. It'll be fun. But if you have not, follow me on Twitter. BratSaidThatX. Instagram, Brat Jackson, the O and Jackson 0. And YouTube, Brat Said That too. And go to bodyslam.net. I've been, contributing to them for a little bit. They've been awesome guys. They break a lot of news. So that's it. Kind of just a short show. Just a fun little show. So, man, peace, love, harmony. Nothing like, no news to really talk about outside of the world. Greenland. What's going on with Greenland? I don't know. That seems to be the only world news that I know. But hey, guys, I'm getting off. So, as you know, I always say, love each other, love yourself, and love sports. And love that Seattle is up 17-0. So, I will see you guys Tuesday for a jam-packed show. So yeah, I love you guys. Go check out some movies. Go have some fun. Enjoy your Sunday. Watch football. I'm gonna go hang out with the dogs and the girl. Alright, bye guys.